the European qualifying campaign for the 2023 FIBA World Cup. The top two teams in Group A go head-to-head as Latvia hosts Serbia here at the Riga Arena. I'm Tim Long. It's a pleasure to be with you as we get set to finish the first stage of qualifying across the course of this weekend. This the third of 6 qualifying windows on the long road towards the World Cup in the Philippines, Japan and Indonesia next summer. This place filling up in support of the hosts here today. Latvia, these two teams both already through to the second stage of qualifying with 3-1 records, but every game important given the records carry through to the next round. Serbia currently top by virtue of their 1-point win when these two met in Belgrade back in November. That 101-100 scoreline means the Serbs will win the group if they win this evening. Latvia win the group if they win by 2 points or more. Serbia led by the legendary head coach Svetislav Pesic, now 72 years of age, have the likes of Boban Marjanovic in these qualifiers for the first time, along with fellow NBA Nemanja Bjelica. Now listen to the noise for Latvia. The Burtons brothers available for them, Davis and Dairis, along with the likes of Roland Schmitz from Barcelona. Key players who have finished their domestic campaigns in top competition on both sides of the Atlantic. And that makes this one a mouth-watering contest. Latvia only lost in the last 2 seconds in Belgrade in November. They've bounced back with 3 straight wins here against Slovakia, and then in February with narrow back-to-back wins over Belgium by just a point on the road, and then by 5 here in Riga. They'll finish the group in Slovakia on Sunday, but they know a 2-point win or more in this one would seal top spot. They're led by Luca Banchi, a 2-time Italian champion as head coach of AX Milan. He's been on the Latvian bench, as well as taking charge of Italian club side Pesaro since last year. That's the introduction of the 2 sets of players. We will pause now for the 2 national anthems.
Vienā lielā kopkorī. Tādēļ es tikai sākšu, un mēs visi turpināsim. Dievs svētī Latviju, mūsu dārgo Latviju, svētī Latviju,
pure passion in Riga, and it was pure entertainment when these two met at the Alexander Nikolic Hall in Belgrade for the first ever time in a World Cup qualifier back in November. The only 40-minute game in the history of any World Cup qualifiers where both teams have reached a century of points. Latvia up by as many as 7 in the final quarter and by 5 with 3 minutes to play before a single free throw from Marko Jagodic-Karića with 2 seconds to play gave Serbia a 101-100 win. It was an offensive race that was single-digit and pretty much blow for blow across the entire 40 minutes. Milos Teodosic starring for Serbia with 21 points and 9 assists. Rihard Lomash scoring 33 points in defeat for Latvia, who hit 16 threes on the day, the most of any team in these European qualifiers. They'll be looking for some payback on home court in this one as we see the Serbian starting five. First, Filip Petrusev coming off winning the EuroLeague Championship with Anadolu Efes this past season. Nemanja Bjelica coming off winning the NBA Championship with the Warriors, becoming the 4th ever Serbian to win that prize. And speaking of winning prizes, he's done plenty of that. Vladislav Pešić, a FIBA Hall of Famer, leading Serbia to gold at both the 2002 World Cup and the 2001 Euros, having previously won Eurobasket with Germany in 1993. That's the Serbian five. And coach, how about the starting five for the host Latvia? And the two Burtons, along with Roland Schmitz, are in there. We've talked about those three already. Davis over 400 appearances in the NBA over the last 6 seasons. Dairis, the captain, a veteran of over 120 international caps, averaging around 10 points per game for his country, and a former NBAer. And they're led by an Italian on the bench, Luca Banchi.
We go like this as a signal to understand everybody, okay? We want to engage Bjelica on the first screen. So, Roland's you screen. David, take your time and force a switch. Here, 4-3. We want to run this pick and pop action like this to use some speed gap here. If you can catch without advantage, you are moving block to block. We go side to side. One more chance to take it.
Luca Banchi taking as much time as he possibly can to get his message across before his players take to the floor. Nemanja Dangubic, one of the Serbian starters. Dairis Burtons, the captain, had 17 points in that defeat in Belgrade. It was 4 of 7 from three-point range as Latvia made 16 threes. Klavs Chavez starts at centre for them. He was a key performer to push Serbia the distance in Belgrade as well. Only 4 Serbian players returning for this game from the enthralling entertainment we witnessed in the Serbian capital in November. Aleksej Avramovic was their second best performer in that one. 17 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds and 3 steals. Milos Teodosic led the way. He's not available today. Dangubic, Ristic, the centre. And Jagodic-Karića, who had 16 points. The other players involved in that previous meeting between these two. We're about to get underway. And we are underway. Top spot in Group A on the line for two teams looking to carry the best possible record into the second stage of qualifiers for the 2023 FIBA World Cup. Two former European champions locking horns here. And if it's anywhere near as entertaining as that previous meeting on game day 1, we are in for quite a ride over the next couple of hours. Serbia, the world number 6, a 2-time world champion, the favourites, but Latvia with this loud and passionate home crowd on their side, and they will look to push the Serbs all the way again as they land the first blow. Turam's Leymanis, the one player in their starting 5 we hadn't yet mentioned, reminds us he's on the court as well as the Bertens, Schmitz and Chavez. Making just his 5th senior appearance for the national team. Latvia by 3, wasting little time for their first triple of the game after 16 in Serbia in that previous meeting. Leymanis again. Plenty of room to penetrate the paint, but they keep hold of the ball and move it around Latvia. Leymanis prodding and probing and pulling up for another shot. Long range 2 rims out for him. And Serbia start the search again for their first score with Avramovic blocked off by the double team. They shifted around. Marinkovic, still a contested shot against his opposite number, Dairis Bertens. Vanja Marinkovic, one of several on this Serbian team making their first appearances of this qualifying campaign. And they've got plenty of talent to come off the bench. And they've got an open 3 here, Latvia, with Schmitz halfway down and back out again. Rebound Dangubic. Alexa Avramovic once more. He scored 14+ points in every game of this campaign so far, but Serbia can't buy a bucket in the opening couple of minutes of this one. Leymanis. Schmitz. Going all the way this season to the EuroLeague semi-finals with Barcelona. And he scores his first points of this campaign. Latvia with the first 5 points. And this place is so loud you can hardly hear yourself think. Nemanja Bjelica handing it off. Petrushev handing it back for the deep 3. How about that as a way to get going? Alexa Avramovic showing his unlimited range. Shooting 42% in this qualifying campaign coming into this game 5 here this evening. So Serbia, despite a tough start, only down by 2. And now we have a foul called on Latvia. So Serbia can look to shake off that disappointing first 2.5 minutes and do so quickly. Two fouls on Latvia in the opening 3 minutes. And now Serbia looking for a tie or maybe their first lead. Nice play to penetrate the paint, but Petrushev, the 2'10" centre, shut down on his route to the rack. Dairis Bertens to Davis Bertens. And the passing from deep onto the interior leads to a turnover. Chavez failing to find Schmitz. Look at this block though. From Klavs Chavez. 5 centimetres smaller than Filip Petrushev. Serbia, who are full of offensive firepower, just 1 basket in the opening 3.5+ minutes. And that rather sums it up. An air ball at the end of the shot clock. 3-pointer for Latvia, offensive rebound, put back in. Klavs Chavez doing it at both ends of the floor. The 26-year-old 2'5" centre who plays his club basketball in Poland with Astoria. showing he can mix it with the superstars. Petrushev sealed off as Latvia protect their backboard. Bertens. Leymanis handling the ball against Avramovic. He's done well to find Schmitz. There's still plenty of time on the shot clock as they take it onto the interior. Who'd have thought this after 101 points in the reverse meeting, just 3 in the opening 5 minutes for Serbia here. In transition, kick to the corner, three-point shot rims out. That really would have capped a fantastic first 5 for Latvia. Despite Serbia's struggles, they lead only 4. And it might be a one-possession game if Serbia have their way here. Petrushev double-teamed in the paint again, stopped again, albeit this time via a foul. Chavez helping out Davis Bertens. And Latvia's bigs are showing their muscle. Well, that was not a foul, it was a turnover. It was just excellent defense. Flip back out, Schmitz hesitated on the previous one, takes this one and misses it. Does most of his offensive work on the interior, Roland Schmitz. Petrushev. Dangubic across to the far side. 6 minutes played, just 1 basket for Serbia. And they weren't going to continue to miss for too long. Alexei Avramovic, the most likely candidate to stop the rot. And he gets Serbia within 1. And Latvia then with the offensive foul. We see Rihad Lomash coming into the game, had 33 points when these two met in Belgrade, the most for any player off the bench in World Cup qualifying history. He was 3 of 5 from two-point range, 6 of 10 on the perimeter, and 9 of 10 at the stripe. Latvia still lost by a whisker. How about the impact that Boban Marjanovic can have as he comes in for his first appearance of this campaign? 7'3", 2 meters 22 centre. Can't grab the rebound. And Latvia will look to run in transition so that Marjanovic can't lock down the paint. They get a 3-point shot far side. Pasechnik's in the game as well. Puts it in at the second chance scoring opportunity. Andrzej Pasechnik's another former NBAer. Latvia by 3. And what a job the 2 meters 13 Pasechnik's has to try and combat that man there as it goes into Marjanovic. And that's a problem for Latvia now. They already picked up 3 fouls before the Giant came into the game. That's their 4th foul. Any more for the next 3 and a bit minutes, we'll see Serbia go to the line. Here is Marjanovic. Runs into plenty of Latvian power in the paint, but still forces home the finish. An instant impact on the offensive end from Marjanovic. Kurtz. And there's the very first foul on Serbia. It's taken more than 7 minutes. On Dejan Davidovac. Lomash to inbound. Kurtz. Pasechnik's guarded by Marjanovic. Gets it against the big man and puts a foul on Marjanovic. That's one way to try and stop him. to get him into foul trouble. You have to admire the positivity and the aggression of Pesečnik. He'll give up plenty of size to Marjanovic, but he'll go at him. Spent last season back in Spain with Real Betis after a couple of years in Washington, where he managed 28 appearances in the NBA. He was the 25th overall pick in the 2017 draft. Misses both from the stripe, though. Serbia a chance to take the lead. Jaromaz. Davidovac now. Here's Marinkovic. Plenty of pace and movement and persistence from Marinkovic as he gives Serbia the edge. Lomas, guarded by Jaromaz. 2 minutes to play in the first. It's been low scoring, but high octane. Kurats getting in backdoor. Momentarily forced away by Marjanovic. Brings him out to the paint, though. And that opens the door for the score from Pesečnik. Latvia back ahead as these two trade blows and trade leads. Davidovac looking to go down the runway and forces that one home. The man who was part of the Serbian under-20 team that won gold at the Euros back in 2015. We've had a series of lead changes now. Long range 2 and a foul on Marinkovic. No team foul trouble for Serbia. Coach Pesic's side ahead. And that despite a difficult start in which they scored just 3 points in the opening 6 minutes or so. We have our first time out with a minute and change remaining in the first quarter. And we see the shooting stats there. You can't imagine that those percentages are going to continue in the same vein. Latvia, the second best three-point shooting team in these European qualifiers, only 1 of 6 so far. And Serbia, with all of their size and power in the paint, only 3 of 10 on the interior. There's the personification of that size and power. Boban Marjanovic has spent the last 7 seasons in the NBA. He's averaged 5.9 points, 3.8 rebounds in just 9 minutes across more than 300 games. Latvia renowned for their excellent shooting of the basketball. Now 0 of 3 from the stripe. Only 1 of 6 from three-point range. Only 11 points in nearly 9 minutes. But they're going to get possession here. Pesečnik sands it off. Kurats, one of their hot shots. And there's a foul on Serbia, their 4th. Rehands Lomas to inbound. Approaching the final minute of the first quarter. Kurats again. Fizzes the pass near side, three-point shot. They're 1 of 7 now on that miss, but an offensive rebound. And they'll get it back, despite the very best efforts of Serbia to recover. A tough passage of play for Dejan Todorovic as he failed to keep the ball in far side and then got ploughed through in the paint. 6 points for Pesečniks already. He's got Marjanovic riding his back on the edge of the paint here. Jaromaz around this sizable frame of Marjanovic, misses the shot, and Pesečniks comes out on top again by grabbing the defensive board. Around a 5-second differential between shot clock and game clock at the end of the first. Latvia up by 1 in a low-scoring period. Lomash probing, looking to pick his moment to bounce. An offensive rebound again. And an air ball that will see the end of the first period. Well, would you believe it? 101-100, the final score when these two met in Belgrade at the end of the first here. Just 13-12 in favour of Latvia. We'll see how the teams have got those few points on the board. Latvia mainly on the interior, just 1 of 9 on the exterior. And Serbia the other way around, 2 of 4 from deep, but struggling on the inside. Really stands out from the stats over the first 10 minutes. 5 offensive rebounds for Latvia, leading to second chance scoring opportunities. Despite Serbia having the 2m10 Filip Petrušev to start and the 2m22 Boban Marjanovic to come in off the bench. You have to feel there'll be a scoring explosion for both of these teams at some stage through the course of the next 30 minutes. But at the moment, Latvia lead by just 1, just 25 points combined over the first 10 minutes. Although 6 of them for Latvia have come from Andrejs Pesečniks in just 4.5 minutes on court. He's 3 of 3 and winning the battle of the bigs at the moment. Do remember you can download the Courtside 1891 app and get all of the latest high-flying highlights, news and scores from across a number of competitions. Ognjen Jaromaz for Serbia as we start the second quarter, with them trailing by 1, almost had his pocket picked by Kurtz. 10 on the shot clock. Davidovac, 3-point shot, misses for Serbia from Todorovic, his first appearance of this qualifying campaign, a Basketball Champions League winner with Gran Canaria this past season. Grajulis in the game for the first time. Lomash stuck to so tightly by Todorovic, and then shoots over the top of Marjanovic, who grabs the rebound. It was an all-guns-blazing offensive showdown back in Belgrade in November. And it's been a relentless defensive roller coaster so far here in Riga. Serbia ahead. Arturs Kurtz, younger brother of former NBA Rodions Kurtz, knocks down the long 2. His brother spent last season at Partizan in Serbia. Might have offered him a few tips ahead of this one. 2 lead changes already in the opening minute and a half of the second quarter. Jagodic Kurica, one of European basketball's biggest battlers, misses the shot. He's such a feisty player to deal with, Jagodic Kurica, particularly with his defense. Had 16 points in the home win over Latvia. Not usually a big scorer. There's the 2 from Kurica that gave Latvia their latest lead. Talk about that physicality. There'll be plenty of it on show over the course of the evening in Riga. Second foul on Jaromaz. Latvia by 1, Kurica. And it's Lomash, momentarily getting free for a 3. He's not had much breathing room so far. Latvia, we know, can light it up from long range. Now just 1 of 10 from 3 as Serbia give us yet another lead change. Kurica. And attacking and putting a second foul, I think, on Marjanovic was Pasechniks. Or was it just an out of bounds? Let's wait and see. Yeah, Marjanovic reaching in hard and committing a second personal foul. That will limit his contribution perhaps entirely for the rest of this half. One of the biggest players in world basketball goes to the bench. Pasechniks misses at the stripe. He's 3 of 3 from the field for 6 points, but 0 of 3 at the line. And stops the rot at the stripe. Latvia level at 16. 7 points, a game high for Andrejs Pasechniks. Davidovac's the target of that risky entry pass. And Serbia will still have possession, albeit with only 5 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Filip Petrusev, by the way, is back in place of Marjanovic at centre. Jaromaz for 3, strings it in the nick of time, and despite the defense being right on top of him, Ognjen Jaromaz steps up with a big shot. Serbia shooting 50% from long range, 3 of 6 now. And Latvia turn it over with an offensive foul from Pasechniks. Turnover's a bit of a problem for them, that's their 5th. Serbia have had just 2. You can see quite clearly the moving screen from Pasechniks leaning in to his right. Latvia's first foul of the second quarter, but Pasechniks sent to the bench. Petrusev. Attacking with plenty of persistence and aggression and energy, Alexei Avramovic, who's shown those characteristics throughout this campaign. 14+ points in all 4 games so far, after failing to get that many in any of his 4 appearances in qualifying for the previous World Cup.
Listen, we have to enter in the sets faster. We dribble the ball too much. Use a ball screen to cross the half court. Go fast and we go through, okay? Next offense is 4 down, no call, okay? So we have a ball screen. Use it. Use every screen to get open. And then we have the screen in action, okay? To use the screen, to set the screen.
And you saw the stat there that Latvia have made 3 block shots already. Davis Bertens, Klaus Chavez and Andres Grajulis already with 1 each. Part of the reason why Serbia have been out to just 40% from the field and only 36% from 2-point range. And a big part of the reason why this is such a low scoreline, but Serbia still lead by 3. 3.5 minutes into the second quarter. And Alexa Avramovic will look to, and fail to, for now, improve that advantage for Coach Pesic and his team. He was 9 of 10 previously at the strike. Avramovic hits the second. Serbia by 4, which in the scope of this game is a big lead. Leimanis, who sparked the positive start from Latvia, feeds it onto the interior, where his teammate Grajulis does the rest. Latvia half the deficit. Grajulis, who had 17 points, missing just 1 shot in Belgrade. Plays in Italy with Trieste. There's a foul on Danubic, pushing his opponent. 3 fouls on Serbia now in this second quarter already. Just giving Leimanis a helping bump out of bounds, and that was the previous assist from Leimanis to Grajulis. The basket won't count for Davis Bertens. That's 4 fouls on Serbia in the opening 4.5 minutes of this second quarter. Any further fouls until half-time, and there's a long way to go from the Serbian defense, will send Latvia to the line as Dairis gets set to inbound. Leimanis, and the handoff back to Dairis Bertens. He lost it on the way towards the paint, and Avramovic isn't hanging around, but he's forced into the miss as Latvia chase back in numbers. And an open 3 in transition at the other end from Davis Bertens. A 3 that raises the roof in Riga. Their superstar steps up on the perimeter and gives them the lead again. Before his time in the NBA, he was a 3-time Serbian League champion, Davis Bertens, with Partizan. From 2012 to 2014, he knows what it's like to play in a big atmosphere and in plenty of big games. Across the midway point of the second quarter, Latvia by 1. The same margin by which Serbia won in Belgrade in November. Petrushev couldn't handle the entry pass, and it's not happened for him so far. He was a EuroLeague champion with Efes this past season, but didn't play at all in the postseason. And it seems as though he might be leaving the Turkish club this summer. Still plenty of time for him to fulfill his potential. Just 22 years of age, Filip Petrushev. Dairis Bertens to Davis Bertens on the flyby. Can't get it again, but they'll battle on the boards. Roland Schmitz up against the bigger opponent. Dairis' turn to fire the three. And there's the rebound and the stick back from Klavs Chavez. Serbia paying the price for not protecting their backboard. Pass far side, ball movement, three-point shot from a long way out, rims out. And they'll recover the loose ball. And that time the triple goes for Avramovic, doing what Bjelica couldn't. (23-23). Serbia now at the foul limit here in the second quarter, so Latvia to the line. Aleksej Avramovic now has 12 points in 11.5 minutes to lead all scorers in this game. That latest shot took him to 3 of 4 on the outside. Still, Latvia have only hit 2 threes as a team. Serbia have knocked down 4, and Avramovic has 3 of them. The hosts lead by 2. 3.5 to play in the first half. Davidovac. There's an offensive foul on Serbia. It won't send Latvia to the line. Only fouls on the defense when you're at the limit, but it is a turnover for Coach Pesic's team. And he can't be happy with this first half display. Both of these teams not far off half their offensive outputs from when they last met at this stage of the game in Belgrade. Open 3 for Latvia. Too long from Lemanis. And Avramovic again at the races, trying to beat his opponents to the basket. He's just been a scoring machine in this qualifying campaign. Aleksej Avramovic. (17 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds, 3 steals in the win in Belgrade. A 25 efficiency rating. He's on course certainly to score more points already in this one. Unfazed by the atmosphere. He's now got 14 in the first 17 minutes. It means he's hit the 14-point mark in every game in this qualifying campaign as Latvia turn it over. Avramovic again. Davidovac. Petrushev. Nice passing from Serbia. The miss. The rebound from Davidovac, though, picking up the pieces and forcing the timeout on the Latvian bench from coach Luka Banki. Marinkovic missed the 3. His teammate was there to help him out, and Serbia lead again.
Guys, come on. We have to be strong. We have 1 foul to give. We go hard foul. They can move the ball every fucking time. Okay? Watch out how we steal against the switch. We have to secure the ball. If we go inside after switching, secure the ball, seal, and keep clear advantages. Okay? Tomasz, you in for
Avramovic leads the way now with 14 points of all scorers, and Serbia have turned the tables back in their favour off the back of his offensive ability. Alexa Avramovic taking on the big scorer's responsibility for Serbia again. He's not just been their top scorer in this campaign, averaging 18.5 points. He's been their best on-ball defender as well, 3.3 steals, and also 4.5 assists a game. Lomash turns it over right off the back of the timeout, and Avramovic was going for the kill, and Latvia looking to raise the bar with their defense, as then Schmitz was looking to rise to the rack at the other end, fouled by Bjelica. Very close to back-to-back blocks. Avramovic had his shot interfered by the defender flying by in the blink of an eye, and then Bjelica close to an even more emphatic block at the other end, but just got a piece of his opponent. Roland Schmitz is a very forceful finisher around the rim. Averaged 4.4 points, 3.1 rebounds in 15 minutes. In the EuroLeague with Barcelona last season, 66% two-point shooting. Petrushev as Avramovic gets away from the defensive pressure. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Davidovac taking a finger to the face from Davis Bertens. Marinkovic going through the gears, blazing to the basket and scoring as he bulldozes through Roland Schmitz. Lomash. Serbia by 4. And a chance to take a sizable bit of breathing room in terms of this game into the final minute of the first half. Not sure we've had a lead larger than 4 so far. Davidovac. There's another denial. And it's a block party in Riga here this evening. That graphic says 4. I'll make it 5 for Latvia. Oh, that's hard, awkward looking contact. 2 players getting their legs locked together. Iris Bertens of Latvia all pumped up. And his opponent has come off worse for wear. It's Marko Jagodic-Karića, who's in a heat down on the hardwood for Serbia. And he does not stay down unless it's serious. He's a real basketball warrior, Jagodic-Karića. And he worked his way to the top of Continental Club basketball, made his EuroLeague debut as a 32-year-old, playing a couple of seasons with Crvena Zvezda, winning his 2nd Adriatic League championship, and then he played last season at Budućnost, where he won the Montenegrin Cup.
3 poena. Ako može, ako ne može, ako ne može, odmah spusti dole loptu.
Serbia up by 4 at the moment, have their largest lead. The biggest lead in the whole game has been 5 for Latvia. And even back in Belgrade when it was 101-100 in November, the final score, it was a single-digit game throughout. The offensive output's pretty much halved in this first half here in comparison, but still, it's been blow for blow, 9 lead changes, despite very little scoring. And plenty of physicality and intensity. And there's some more as Latvia work hard to plug the passing lanes. An important steal for them in the final seconds of the second. Currents, 7 to shoot. Currents against Petrushev. He'll take the long 2 with a hand in his face, well short. Bielica tips it to Davidovac. Shot clock turned off, 6 to shoot for Serbia. Looking for their largest lead of the game. And Avramovic had to be the man to provide it as he blazes to the basket to beat the half-time buzzer. 16 first half points for Aleksa Avramovic. And at 6, it's the largest lead of the game for either team. Well, he's been the one player who has been able to really find his shooting range. 16 points for Avramovic. More than half the offensive output for Serbia, who've trailed by 5, but at half-time lead by 6 in Riga. Latvia 25, Serbia 31 at the main break. Serbia shooting 40% inside and out. Latvia shooting well on the interior, but uncharacteristically struggling on the perimeter. They've got plenty of offensive rebounds as part of that 21 total rebounds. Nobody on more than 7 points for them. Pesečnik leads the way, 16 points for Avramovic. Nobody else has more than 4 for Serbia. Well, Serbia started slow and gradually picked up the pace the longer that opening 20 minutes went on. Latvia had a lead early on. And were doing their thing on the interior, but kept on missing on the exterior as Avramovic showed them how it's done. Latvia have packed the paint. A handful of blocks and held Serbia to just 40% two-point shooting. But the three-point shooting of Latvia perhaps will prove pivotal in the overall narrative of this battle for top spot in the first stage of qualifying. Latvia just 2 of 15 from long range for 13%. After knocking down 16 threes when these two teams last met. Set their radar right in the second half, and it's perhaps in their favour. If they continue to struggle, Serbia might just lock up top spot. Avramovic once again has been a Serbian scoring machine. 16 points in 15 minutes on court, 5 of 9 from the field, including 3 of 4 on the perimeter. As for Latvia, Davis Bertens only 3 points on 1 of 3 shooting so far. Tyrese Burton 0 points on 0 of 2 shooting. It's their bigs that have put a large proportion of their points on the board. 7 for Pashechniks and 6 for Chavez. They need something more from their series of snipers. And it's not just been on the offensive end where the bigs have done their thing. Up for the test on defense as well. Avramovic showing no fear, though, in the land of the Giants.
Who will you become when the moment arrives and you're carrying the expectations of an entire nation, representing your people and their dreams, the colorful faces in the streets, the screaming fans in the stands? It's time to make your move. All eyes on you, all hope, all heart. Because when you win for all.
Sensational stuff here in Bosnia-Herzegovina, but Gavish again. This time, he is not going to be denied.
Now it's a 3-on-3, going all the way through and scoring. Voitsa. Was that through the legs of his opponent?
Using up the seconds. Rosenthal draws the switch. Tough three. Jumper Vene knocks it down. It's good. Simsander Vene. That is why he was the leading scorer in window number 1. That is why they got him the ball with the clock winding down.
Ogban Ulubai, his first three. Now the steal. Right at the buzzer. Oh, he made it! He made it! Are you kidding me?
He's up to 18 points, 10 rebounds, double-double for him. And thrown up, acrobatic move from Lowe. Sensational move from Mauro Lowe, the Alba Berlin star, now a star for Germany.
And alley-oop! And Papagiannis flushes it and will go to the line for a potential three-point play. That's a good connection there with Papanikolaou the second time.
The Czechs need a score. Pulpan crosses over, kicks it, 3 to win it. It's good! Pennica buries the 3. Is that going to be enough to win this game? There's 1.2 left.
They throw it above the ring. That'll do it. They take the 3. We're talking game margins now.
Well, he made 1 3 in the first half, but he's not made another. Oh, how about that? Joel Parra. Look at this. Around the back.
And great hustle by Aldali. Kunjer fakes, bounce pass into Kabaja. Are you kidding me? What a powerful move from number 28, just like he does for Galatasaray.
Welcome back to Riga. Half-time here between Latvia and Serbia. As we take a check on the top scorers from both teams, Aleksa Avramovic by a distance leads the way of all scorers in the ballgame. 16 points. More than half of Serbia's total in the opening 20 minutes. And 9 more points than any other player on court. And he's got them in 15 minutes of playing time. 5 of 9 from the field altogether. 2 of 5 on the interior, but 3 of 4 from distance. And 3 of 4 from the stripe as well. He's also got an assist and a steal on his impressive first half stat line. Avramovic averaging 18.5 points in this campaign. You have to imagine he will better that unless Latvia can lock him down in the second half. As for the Latvians, Andrzejs Pašečnieks leads the way in scoring with 7 points. He's only played 8 minutes so far, but he's 3 of 3 from the field, albeit just 1 of 4 at the foul line. Set the tempo and the tone early on against Marjanovic, who picked up 2 fouls and only played 6.5 minutes. The big Serbian centre. Pašečnieks and fellow Latvian big Klaus Chavez have both put in plenty of points. 7 for Pašečnieks, 6 for Chavez. Significant numbers considering Latvia have only scored 25 as a team. Latvia are a former European champion, but they're looking to qualify for the World Cup for the first ever time. They've competed as part of the Soviet Union, but they haven't qualified for any of the last 7 tournaments since gaining independence in 1991. They were actually European champions at the very first edition of Eurobasket all the way back in 1935 when they defeated Spain in the final. And they're still the lowest populated nation to ever win the competition. They were silver medalists at Eurobasket in 1939. Beaten to the goal by close neighbours Lithuania. They regained independence in time to compete at the 1993 tournament. They'd qualified for 9 straight editions, finishing as high as 5th in 2017 when they lost by only 6 points to the eventual champion Slovenia in the quarter-finals. But that run came to an end this year. They failed to qualify for the 2022 edition, which tips off in September. Serbia will be there at the finals of Eurobasket later this summer. They'll be looking perhaps for some payback on Slovenia, who downed both of these teams en route to winning the 2017 competition led by Luka Doncic. Serbia, a 3-time European champion, most recently in 2001. They were also losing finalists in 2009 against Spain, and then in that last edition in 2017 against Slovenia. They're the 2nd highest ranked team at this summer's tournament, only behind the world champion Spain. They'll play in Group D in Prague, where they're set to face Czech Republic, Poland, Finland, Israel and the Netherlands. I'm sure we'll see plenty more of that man in the second half. Marjanovic limited to those 6.5 minutes, picking up 2 fouls early on. Left on the bench for the last 7 minutes of the second quarter. keep on coming back to the three-point shooting of Latvia for the key for them in this game. Just 2 of 15 from three-point range. They're actually only 3 of 10 at the free throw line as well. And can they stop that man?
Secure the ball. Everybody active. Okay, guys, come on.
Coach Luka Banki's team has spread those three-point attempts around as well. Roland Schmitz has taken the most. He's 0 of 3. Dairis Bertens is 0 of 2. Andres Grajulis is 0 of 2. Davis Bertens 1 of 3. Toms Lemanis 1 of 2. The team just 2 of 15. This one was always going to be built up as a big offensive showdown. The only time in the history of the World Cup qualifiers that both teams have hit a century of points in regulation when they last met. It was always going to be low scoring here this evening, wasn't it? Latvia 25, Serbia 31. It has been low scoring. It has certainly not been low entertainment as Kurats goes straight down the jugular and gets denied as Serbia set the tone on defense at the start of the second half with Filip Petrushev. Serbia by 6 do have the largest lead at any point for either nation in this ballgame. They'll try and extend it here. Bjelica onto the corner. Three-pointer too long, but an offensive rebound as Dangubic catches up with it in the corner. Bjelica goes that way again. Onto Todorovic and a foul. It's Avramovic, Bjelica, Dangubic, Yaramaz and Petrushev at the moment. For Latvia, the two Bertens, Grajulis, Kurats and Pasechniks. Serbia attack the baseline, kick it back out to the three-point line and miss a shot. And we're still waiting for our first score of this second half. Grajulis moved on by Dairis Bertens. Kurats step back, three-point shot, rims out. They're 2 of 16 now. Bjelica looking to get to the basket. Drew the attention of the defense like moths to a flame, but they can't burn Latvia from the far corner. Grajulis. And a foul on Bjelica, who's not really got going yet. One of the star names of this matchup, Nemanja Bjelica. He's still yet to score. He's only taken the one shot and missed it. A couple of turnovers, 3 fouls. An air ball from fellow NBAer Davis Bertens. The Latvian laser still not set right. Latvia need to recalibrate. There's been no change over the main break in this one. Points at a premium still. That's a big bucket for Serbia, for Nemanja Dangubic. They stretch their lead to 9. And Latvia still haven't scored in this second half. They'll try and change that here. Kurits, Pesecniks. Davis misses again. He's taken all of his attempts on the outside. He's now just 1 of 6, Davis Bertens. Serbia lose it. But Latvia can't afford to keep firing blanks for too much longer. Davis Bertens, a 40% three-point shooter across over 400 NBA appearances. 1 of 6 here tonight. Surely it's only a matter of time. Kurits gets denied by Petrusev. And here comes Serbia seeking the first double-digit lead of the evening. This large crowd in Riga has fallen rather quiet. That one pops out to give them some relief. Davis Bertens, with Latvia looking for a captain's contribution from their most experienced player on the international level. Davis Bertens takes another 3, misses another 3. 1 of 7 now. Latvia have started the third quarter with a 3.5-minute drought after only 25 points in the first 20 minutes. Shot clock winding down on Serbia. Dangubic bumps bodies with his opponent. And it's knocked away by Pesecniks. Davis, far side to Kurits. Pulls the trigger early and hits the target. That might light up the Latvian offense. Spark them into life. Just their third 3 on their 20th attempt tonight. And they get a steal as well on the defensive end. Davis Bertens, tracked by Bielica. Pirouette into the paint. Shot falls short from Grajulis. But they continue to work and get their reward. Just when you felt it was getting away from the hosts. 5 unanswered points and a big block on the defensive end from Pesecniks as well to get the crowd up on their feet. Latvia are alive and well again. They're battling on the offensive end after a rare triple and then the big defensive intervention. 5 unanswered points and a chance to stretch that streak with the ball back in their hands. They hadn't scored for around 4 minutes of this half before 5 quick-fire points. Pesecniks. Davis Bertens. He'll take a 3. Rebound, Davidovac. Serbia lead by 4. It was 9 just a few moments ago. Backdoor cut, Yaramaz. Eye of the needle bounce pass, but Yaramaz runs into a wall. And in transition, flying to the hoop to finish, here's Grajulis. 7 without reply for Latvia. They've closed the gap to 2. Shot clock to 5 here. That one flat from Marinkovic. And there's nothing flat about this atmosphere now. Still Serbian possession as they inbound to the big man Marjanovic, who's fouled straight away. Pasechnik's taking one for the team. He can afford to do so, only picking up 2 fouls so far. 3 on each team here in the third quarter. Marjanovic, the target of the inbound again. Getting nibbled at on his path through the paint. Kurtz that time getting a piece of Marjanovic. He's a game changer when he can get into the game. Couldn't do that in the first half, picking up 2 early fouls. Now for Luka Banki, the Latvia coach, it's a case of how do you stop him? Who can foul him? When can you foul him? And for him, can he avoid picking up any further fouls? Maybe can he hit his foul shots? As Latvia look to hunt him down in packs. Serbia by 3. After Marjanovic makes 1 of 2 at the stripe. Dairis almost caught in the gravitational pull of Marjanovic. Fake one way, goes back the other way. Super finish Pasechnik's, who's playing superbly in that battle of the sizable centres. Marjanovic, his turn on offense against Pasechnik's. Spins. Pasechnik's not budging an inch. The immovable object has just shut down the unstoppable force. Kurtz for 3, bang! Riga roars again. Latvia lead from 9 down. What a sequence of play, the block from Pasechnik's to deny Marjanovic. And then the triple for the lead. Quite remarkable, the disparity in terms of the two-point shooting percentages when you look at the kind of size and talent that Serbia possess. But Andrejs Pasechnik's has owned the paint tonight. And his teammates have started to fire from long range as well. Arturs Kurtz making his second 3. Latvia only hit 2 in the first half. They have hit another 2 here in this third quarter. But Pasechnik's in the paint has been key. He's got 3 block shots now and 9 perfect points. In terms of his field goal shooting, 4 of 4. Schmitz challenged by Bielica to the basket, commits the foul. Luka Banki not happy. Latvia at the foul limit with nearly 3 minutes of the third still to play. Third personal on Roland Schmitz. He joins Arturs Kurits, his teammate, on 3. Nobody has more for Latvia. Nemanja Bielica has 3 for Serbia. Nemanja Dangubic, hanging by a disciplinary thread, has 4. Latvia by a whisker, 37-36. Kurits again for 3. Gets another one. Two threes in quick succession for Arturs Kurits. We talked about it so much in the first half and at half-time. It was only a matter of time before Latvia found their range from long range. And Arturs Kurits has been the man to do it. He's 3 of 5 on the outside now. They have too many good shooters to remain as cold as they were in the first half. There's a third foul on Dairis Bertens. Vanja Marinkovic at the line for Serbia. Well, this has been a very different game to the one back in Belgrade in November, but it has been just as entertaining. An offensive shootout in Serbia, in the Serbian capital. And now in the Latvian capital, a defensive dogfight. Superb atmospheres in both cities. Dairis. Shot clock running out here. He's got the hot hand right now. Kurits. And Serbia are getting burnt. And that's Leimanis, in fact, with that basket. I beg your pardon. But they're all starting to find their rhythm. And there's a reaching foul on Davidovac. He's 72 years of age now, Svetislav Pesic. You wouldn't know it. As passionate as ever. Leimanis. Latvia by 5. Forced back, Leimanis again. 5 to shoot as he looks to take on Davidovac. Hand in his face. Pops out, back in again. First it was Kurits, now it's Leimanis. They're locked in here in Latvia. 7 the lead from 9 down. Final minute of the third quarter. Bielica into Marjanovic. Getting hacked and bit from both angles. He'll have to earn the points at the stripe. Well, Pasechniks has done a great job on Marjanovic, and when he's not been available, his teammates have given everything they've got. Just 3 points from Marjanovic in 11 minutes on court. And it stays that way. He's 1 of 3 from the field and now 1 of 3 from the line. Just momentarily, Marjanovic quietens this crowd. Davis Bertens back in. That really would raise the roof if he could find his range. Still only 3 points. Latvia by 6, final minute of the third. Lomash over the top of Marjanovic, pops out, rebound grab by Jaromaz. It seems inevitable that it's going to be touch tight between these two all the way again. Bielica wide of the basket. Still just the 1 point for Nemanja Bielica. He's 0 of 3 from the field now, 1 of 2 at the stripe. The NBA champion. Leymanis. 7 points for him in 12 minutes now. A couple of baskets in this Latvian run. Leymanis jinking and jiving. Lomash penetrating and scoring. And they're not sitting down in Riga. On their feet for the last few minutes. Latvia have turned a 9-point deficit into an 8-point lead with 10 minutes to play. What a quite remarkable third quarter in Riga. Latvia couldn't buy a point for the first few minutes. They finished the quarter with 21. Almost as many as they had in the whole of the first half. And from 9 down, they lead by 8. It took Latvia just over 4 minutes to get their first basket of that quarter. 25 points scored in the first 24 minutes of this game, and then 21 points in the last 6 minutes. Arturs Kurucs started it with a three-pointer, and then his teammates came to play as well. After just 2 threes in the first half, Latvia hit 3 in that period. And now Serbia have to do something to turn the tide in the fourth. Davis Bertens still hasn't got going. The man who in his debut NBA season became only the 4th ever Spurs player to reach 35 three-pointers and 15 blocks in his rookie year. Went on to become only the 6th ever rookie for Spurs to hit 50 threes. 40% three-point shooting across more than 400 NBA games now in 6 seasons, but just 1 of 6 tonight. His team still lead by 8. Might the superstar be the man to seal it down the final stretch? Jaromaz. Davidovac, touch pass to the corner. Tight, relentless, hard-working defense in Riga from Latvia. Just listen to this crowd. How about that unlimited range? Riga rises as one to salute their star. Davis Burton's right on cue. Just when I was talking about his long-range ability. Only 1 of 6 tonight until that one. Perhaps closer to centre court than he was to the perimeter. And it gives Latvia the first double-digit lead of this game, up by 11. Remember, a win of 2 points or more will give them top spot in the group. And now it's Serbia stone cold. And the razzle-dazzle in Riga doesn't lead to the bucket. Davis grinning ear to ear again. He was always, you feel, going to have his moment. Cue Alexa Avramovic to try and respond perhaps for Serbia. 16 first half points. None so far in the second half. There's plenty of contact and unsportsmanlike foul call. The officials will talk things through. Well, don't write off Serbia just yet. They have players who can score in a flash and unload from deep as well. As we see the contact there, Filip Petrušev, the guilty man for Serbia. They certainly don't want to be facing an unsportsmanlike foul, which would result in free throws and possession for Latvia. The officials are going to check the video. Serbia up by 6 at half-time with the largest lead of the game at that point, 25-31. I beg your pardon. And Latvia then starting the second half with a 4-minute drought before 21 points over the remaining 6 minutes. And Serbia held to just 7 points in the second half. But this is a contentious moment. Petrušev bulldozing through his opponent, then Roland Schmitz with the shove. The officials watching it through. Just a refresher in terms of the situation in this first stage of qualifying. Both of these teams here 3-1 so far. But Serbia won by 1 when they met in Belgrade, so that's why Serbia are top of the group. And that's why anything above a 1-point win for Latvia in this one would see them jump ahead of the Serbs and take top spot, no matter what happens in the games that take place for the two nations on Monday to finish this stage. But the records do carry through to the second stage of qualifying. So it's not just about whether you win the group or not, it's about how well you move through from the first stage to the second stage. Confirmation we do have an unsportsmanlike, I think They've called 2. So it looks like fouls cancelling each other out. And sportsmanlike fouls on both sides of the floor. So Latvia still lead by 11. And Serbia still have the ball, but didn't make the most of it. Confirmation there, Petrushev and Schmitz, both of them sportsmanlike fouls, cancelling each other out. How about the moves through the paint from Davis Bertens, doing his thing again. (13) the Latvian lead. Dusan Ristic, who we've not seen involved. The 2'13" Serbian centre. Getting underneath it, grabbing an offensive rebound and getting fouled. And he played a big role in the narrow home win over Latvia in November. Had 9 points in 15 minutes, hit 4 of his 5 shots. Ristic is on court for the first time in this one tonight. Davidovac. They need a basket, and they don't get it. They still haven't scored in the fourth quarter, Serbia. All of their offensive weapons are misfiring. Even Avramovic, who had 16 points in the first half, hasn't scored since. Just 7 points in 12.5 minutes since half-time for Serbia. There is still time, and they've got to do much more in the last 7.5 minutes. Currents! And that might have made it an insurmountable lead had he hit the target again. Serbia have to go to work sooner rather than later, and they do that on the interior with Ristic, having only just come in. He's trying to pick up his team with that fresh energy off the bench. There he goes again, misses this one though. Davis, having hit a couple of shots in quick succession. Davidovac in transition. Fouled on his route to the rim. Serbia looking to make it a single-digit game. And I think that's the foul limit now for Latvia already. Indeed it is. Latvia's 5th foul of the fourth quarter in less than 3.5 minutes. And Davis Bertens' 4th personal. That's a head-scratcher for the coach. And a potential game changer in Serbia's favour if they can make the most of it. Timeout Latvia. How about that 3 from Davis Bertens? Incredible belief in his own ability, having only hit 1 of his first 6. And Latvia have plenty of sharp shooters. Arturs Kurits leading them in that regard, 3 of 6 on the outside. They turned a 9-point deficit into a 13-point lead. It's down to 11 and could be down to single figures here though. Serbia still have time, especially if Dejan Davidovac can convert from the strike. They're only 7 of 12 at the line as a team. Make it 7 of 13. These fans playing a part, although their team are only 3 of 10 at the line. They haven't been to the line at all in the second half, but they'd rather take 3-point shots. Davis staying in the game on 4 fouls. Lomash, maybe his turn to light it up next. Goes onto the inside, getting basket side and volleying the ball in is Chavez. A chance to tag one to his tally from the stripe as he gets fouled by Ristic, riding his back up towards the rack. Chavez misses, goes for the ball. And they want possession here, Latvia. And the expression on the face of coach Pesic will tell you they've got it. He's fuming. Currents. Just over 6 minutes to play. Latvia looking for the out-and-out largest lead. If they can score here. Inside, and yes they can. Grajulis gives Latvia a 14-point edge. Final 6 minutes. They need to win by 2 or more to win the group. Serbia in danger of their second defeat of this campaign. Suffocating defense from Chavez. It's been a real team effort from Latvia. Grabbing his own rebound, putting it in, and Latvia are racing away in Riga. Rihad's Lomash has his moment to shine. 33 points in Belgrade, but on the wrong side. He'll settle for just 4 points on the winning side tonight. What an atmosphere. What a second half performance from Latvia. Being enjoyed all around this arena. (16) the lead for Latvia over Serbia with only 5.5 minutes to play. They need a score, and they're going to be made to work hard for it. Avramovic might be down hurt. He still hasn't scored in the second half, and Serbia as a team have only got 10 points in around 15 minutes since halftime. Nice wraparound pass, escaping the attention of the defense, leaving Ristic with the easy conversion. Now Serbia need defensive stops. 5 minutes to play, they're down 14. Chavez running interference, three-point shot, Lomash! Latvia locked and loaded. And hitting the target time and time again. Top spot in their sights. Davidovac picks up the pieces. But Serbia well out of their offensive rhythm. 4.5 to play, 15 the margin. Lomash enters the paint, bounce pass picked off. Davidovac balances the baseline. Serbia need to force a few more turnovers. And they need everything to drop on the offensive end now. 4 minutes to play. Avramovic flips it on to Davidovac. Open three, well short, offensive rebound. And Todorovic can't score from close range. Latvia looking to seal it in style. Latvia have liftoff. Rising high in Riga. Andrejs Gažulis. And this place might just lift off. The Riga arena is rocking. Serbia, who scored 101 points in Belgrade, have been held to 45 here in Riga. Drifting three-point shot on the sidestep from Vanja Marinkovic, surely too little too late. A small stitch in a wide-open Serbian wound. 14 the margin. Kurtz. Bounce pass, hesitation, composure in the paint. Celebrations all around Riga again. Latvia are having their way with the two-time world champions. Davidovac passes out to the double team. Three-point shot, they're going to have to light it up from long range now as Dejan Todorovic scores. Makes it a 13-point margin, but we've only got 2.5 minutes remaining in Riga. Serbia need a miracle late on. This crowd, this situation, these circumstances seem to have given the Latvian players a new lease of life. Infectious energy. Arturs Kurtz, Latvia's top scorer, adds to his tally. Latvia take another step towards victory, another step towards top of the group. 15 the lead with 2 minutes and change remaining. Ristic, Yaramaz. Davidovac's turn to try and attack, and to do so with the forceful finish. Davidovac detonating the dunk. But Serbia haven't had much firepower here tonight. They've been locked down in Latvia. Lomash into a pack of players in the paint, taking a hit. 98 seconds to play, 13 the lead for Luka Banki's team. What a team effort it's been at both ends of the floor. 8 block shots for Latvia. 5 different players with blocks. They've got 7 scorers between 7 and 13 points. Final minute and a half as Serbia get to the basket to make it an 11-point margin through Vanja Marinkovic. Arthurs Kurits. Manis for 3. Offensive rebound and a fresh 14. And that will take Latvia into the final minute. These fans all around this arena in Riga, rising as one. They're up on their feet until the finish. Ready to salute their stars, show their appreciation. Party into the night and through the weekend. They have never before been to a World Cup. They're set to go top of a group that includes the 2-time world champions and 3-time European champions and world number 6 Serbia. What a position they would be in at 4-1 over the first 5 qualifiers. This scoreline set to see them win the group no matter what happens in the final games of the first stage for these 2 teams in a few days' time. And there'll be 6 more important qualifiers to come in the second stage for both. For Luka Banki, very much has a platform now from which to do what no previous Latvian head coach has ever done. The Italian on the Latvian bench looking to take them all the way to the World Cup next year. It's a 9-point margin. They have to win by 2 or more. They will take seconds away from Serbia. Arthurs Kurits. Can they put the exclamation mark on the win? Off the ball movement. Off the 3. One more attack for Serbia. Marinkovic put in by Ristic. 5 seconds to play. Luka Banki not counting his chickens just yet. 7 points. Here's the margin with 5 seconds to play. But it surely is enough now for a 2-point win or more.
You are the screen.
These fans have certainly played their part. They've turned out in their numbers. They've raised their voices, transferred their energy to their players. And they'll make sure they roar them over the finish line. Davis misses the final shot, but the Latvia dream is very much alive. Luka Banki's team well on course to make it to the World Cup for the first ever time. They've just beaten the two-time world champions and three-time European champion Serbia to win the group and go 4-1 over their first 5 qualifiers. They came from 9 down to do so, with a huge 21-7 third quarter, in which they scored all 21 of those points in the final 6 minutes. And from there, they hardly look back. 66-59 the final score. 5 of their 7 threes coming after half-time. An advantage on the boards as well, including 11 offensive rebounds. They were big in terms of their hustle in front of their home fans in Riga, with 8 block shots as well. And 7 players between 7 and 13 points. They didn't need any from the captain, Dairis Bertens. And his brother Davis only stepped up late on. Was only at 3 of 11 from the field for 8 points. But Pesečnik's, with his defense, had 3 blocks, 9 points on the offensive end. Latvia shut the paint off from Serbia's bigs. Struggled to shoot in the first half when they scored just 25 points. But then had 41 after the main break. Led by the 13 of Arturs Kurats. He hit 3 threes. They had 10 points each from Klavs Chavez and Andres Gražulis. 9 from Andres Pesečniks, 8 from Davis Bertens, 7 each from Leimanis and Lomash. They all played their part on defense and offense. And the NBA champion, Nemanja Bjelica, limited to 1 point, 0 of 3 from the field, as Serbia's biggest weapons misfired in Riga tonight. What a job Pesečniks did on Marjanovic, whose impact was hardly felt. The other NBA star for Serbia held to just 4 points. 1 of 3 from the field, 2 of 4 from the line. And Kurats sparked the Latvian offense into life in the second half. And this place was rocking. Serbia fall to 3-2. Over the first 5 qualifiers, they're guaranteed a place in the second stage of qualifying, but their record carries through. So there is some cause for concern for a team that will be, if they get there, amongst the favourites for the gold medal at the World Cup next year. Latvia, who have never been to a World Cup, 4-1. And going through to the second stage of qualifying as the group winners. And this was a night to remember. in Riga, sealed in style by Andres Grajulis' dunk. And Dejan Davidovac's big finish for Serbia. Nowhere near enough. The final score at the Riga Arena, Latvia 66, Serbia 59. As we take a look at the updated standings in Group A, a result that guarantees Latvia top spot at 4-1 after they take the head-to-head against Serbia, having lost by 1 point in a high-scoring affair in Belgrade back in November. Belgium against Slovakia later on. Belgium in a good position to become the third team to qualify for the second stage from the group, along with Serbia and Latvia. It's been a pleasure having your company for this one in the Latvian capital. I've been Tim Long. Until next time, it's goodbye for now.